cameras are different?
They are?
I thought you did that.
I must have done that.
Wow, subconscious.
Some are lower.
Like a week ago. Okay. All right. Hey, everybody.
It's been that long?
Yeah. Well, I guess so. Yeah, well, I'm never renting out the studio again.
Yeah.
I'm never, sometimes we rent out the studio for people who want to do professional looking podcasts.
Oh.
Yeah. But some people came in and just decided to mess up our cameras and just totally rearrange our cameras.
They told me Mr. P said we could.
I hate when people say that I say they could do things and I never actually said they could do things.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Welcome. When I was Parks and Rec, I'd hear that all the time.
Mr. Troy said we could move this fence. What? No, nobody said that.
Troy gave us permission to take batting practice.
So we're never renting out this studio again
And
to
cut the
anybody.
lock.
We're just not. It's just wild. This is wild, man. Yeah, so that's not what we're here to talk about today.
Nope.
Not at all. That's just something we noticed 2 seconds before we went live. So, yeah, the cameras are different.
Very different.
As soon as I looked up, I noticed it.
It's been like that for weeks.
Is it?
I
It's
don't
been
have
like that for weeks.
Oh,
No, I fixed it last week, so something happened.
Yeah.
in between.
It
the
wasn't
last
like this
couple
yesterday.
days. Yeah.
Huh.
Over the
Okay.
weekend.
Well,
I'm blaming Amanda.
Amanda!
everybody stop moving cameras. It's freaking Troy out, and that freaks me out.
Yeah.
My OCD, it really freaks me out. My camera's over this way.
Everybody's freaked out this morning. Davey walked in and just freaked out on me. Freaked out on me over Peloton. I don't even do Peloton. We'll talk about this in a little while. I don't know what's going on here today.
Yeah.
I'm just.
I can't believe you, Pete.
You guys are really. I don't know what is going on here today, man.
What's
This
scarier,
is-
a dog that growls or a dog that barks, Pete?
I think
This is-
I think
It's
Davey
gonna be a
has
weird
gas.
show.
I think he has gas.
It's a little
sounds
agitated.
like.
A little too much, yeah.
Jeez,
Had
my
to thought.
God. So, it's going to be a weird show today, folks. We do have some actual news to talk about at some point. We've got bagpipes.
Thank goodness.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah.
It's the first time anybody's ever said thank God
I
for
know.
bagpipes. I'm
wanna-
sorry.
I'm going to have to start liking things I don't like anymore.
It's good. It's festival season. We'll talk about what that means for a few entities. The county announces additional public meetings on the strategic plan. We'll talk about what it might.
Yes!
Yeah. Signing stuff.
Shots.
That's not how these things work.
Oh.
But we'll
Be
talk
better if
about.
it
You know what? Come up. You guys start thinking of ideas to make the comprehensive plan meetings more fun. Because we'll ask that question: what can we do to actually get people engaged in comprehensive plan meetings?
Davey just did.
I stand by my answer, yeah.
Shots. Free bar.
Yes. Whoa.
Free bar. You'll get some very interesting suggestions.
It's what we do.
Got some very interesting suggestions if everybody at these
Open
meetings
bar.
are drunk. It would bring people out. It definitely would. Maybe some balloon displays,
Free
a
904
bounce house,
burgers.
and face painting.
Oh, you know you got to have a bounce house. You have to have one.
Open bar, bounce house, and face painting.
Turn
That's
it
all
into
you
a St.
need.
Augustine Festival right there. There we go.
Yeah.
And we'll discuss a little bit more about affordable housing as well. And, of course, we'll try and let Davey get all this anger off his chest.
Thank you.
Very
really
mad
appreciate
this
the
morning.
platform for the
Very
opportunity.
fired up.
God, I can't believe
Jeez, man.
Can't believe you did that.
Troy, you don't even know what's
I
going
know,
on.
but I'm feeding in.
He knows. He knows.
Troy just likes to rattle the cage a little bit.
Oh, he loves that. That's
Yeah.
his favorite.
It is not a terrible thing. Who moved the damn cameras?
Nice callback.
We will start by telling you about Bozard Ford Lincoln. Hey, look, if you were looking for a new truck or a used truck, the truck that was well loved, as people say, there's no better stop than our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln right out there at 16 and 95. Huge selection of vehicles. Such a huge selection of vehicles. They're working on an expansion. It seems like they're always working on an expansion over there at Bozard Ford Lincoln because our community loves them. Our community trusts them. And we buy vehicles from a business that's been family owned and operated for 3 generations, 75 years. It's unbelievable. It really is. Like I say that sometimes, but it's unbelievable to have a family business running that strong for that long. In car dealerships, there's turnover like crazy. People buy car dealerships
Not there.
like crazy. But this is this dealership started in the family and it is still in the Bozard family. And that's because they do great business. You got to check out Bozard Ford Lincoln. And while you're down there, if you are maybe waiting on somebody to go talk to a manager, or I don't know what you're waiting on. You're never waiting on much down there at Bozard Ford Lincoln. But if you got some extra time, stop into Ford's Garage. Great food. I mean, we talk about the 904 burger all the time. Obviously, it's the best thing on the menu, but they've got some amazing food. I mean, everybody just raves about all of their food down there, Ford's Garage.
You like the chili?
The chili's very good.
Yep.
The chili was very impressive. They offer services from home delivery to company fleet servicing at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Your family is their family, and they're driven to inspire.
Do you guys randomly get like pictures of like our name being on the menu every once in a while?
Yeah,
from
isn't that
friends?
fun?
Yeah.
So like everyone,
I did
like,
last week,
got one
actually.
yesterday. I got one yesterday from
Cool.
a friend I hadn't seen in like 5 years.
That's awesome.
So I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, you guys have more friends than I do, so you probably get that more often than me.
we like having friends and like
Definitely,
you.
we understand.
Yeah. Fair. Ouch, but fair.
I know.
Painful but true.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends are working out there at Fidus Roofing. They're working at Great Expectations Realty and Auction, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, BHF Insurance, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, Griffin Service, and Amara Med Spa. Those are my friends.
Let's hear your list of friends.
Awesome. I'm going to remind them next week that your birthday is coming up. So let me
that's
help
right.
them.
They're my friends. They'll already know.
Oh, sure.
I don't think paid friends take know when your birthday is.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
That's right. Right. All right. Good morning, Troy. Davey. Clay. Whoa, Jesus, man.
Hey, happy Tuesday.
All right. It's almost the weekend. Thank goodness.
Davey, very dramatic today.
Very.
Very dramatic today.
Never seen
we're
that side
going
of
to
him.
find out why. We're going to find out why. Is it a valid reason? Does Davey have... It's for you guys to decide if Davey has a valid reason for this.
Thank you. Yeah, only Judge Judy can judge me. I'm going to tell you that right now.
And Jesus.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. Why would I bring him? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'll be in comments. I know that's coming.
Oh, goodness.
David, how dare you?
Prayer circles going up.
Worshiping Judge Judy more than... I know. She's taught me a lot. Mm-hmm.
Hey, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good.
Getting back into chill mode.
Okay.
Nice.
Chillax mode.
Well, he did the gate run, right? How was that?
Oh, did you do the gate run?
Yeah, I did the main stage there, and it was early, 4:30. Had to be there.
Yeah, that's
So-
the run.
I had to spend 3 days in Jacksonville. I wasn't too happy about that.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's happy about spending all that time in Jackson.
But did you like the experience? I've one of the largest runs in the nation. It's awesome.
It was pretty good. I mean, I definitely took some tips on how to set up Florida Man games better next year. So,
Oh, cool.
because it was a huge field, huge course.
Well, you did great with Florida Man games, by the way. I hope I've thanked you publicly for that. I know I've profusely thanked you privately for that, but publicly on the show, I hope I've thanked you.
It is cool. You do a great
Yeah,
job.
because you guys are moving around a lot, and I mean that's hard to do to keep that sound that steady.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you guys are.
And I still love that during the evading arrest obstacle course, Clay was playing Bad Boys.
That was that was so clutch.
It was so perfect.
But Clay, what did you think of it? Because you literally, I was happened to be sitting beside Clay, and he looks over and goes, "I'm playing Bad Boy." Like,
When the cops were all deliberating, I was like, "Oh wait, this is gonna be perfect."
So perfect.
he looked over like we're sitting like just like this, and he looked over and it was like that big smile. He's like, "I'm playing Bad Boy."
That was the moment.
That's when you thought of it. That was
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
that was perfect. I was like, "Oh yeah."
For everybody out there watching, we did buy all applicable licenses to play that song.
You did.
Yes, we did.
All right, man. What do we got for question of the day, guys?
All right, so question of the day is, what actor crushed a role so well that pretty much no one could ever play that role again?
Oh man, there's. I'm just gonna go with Denzel in Training Day. I think Denzel with Training Day, man.
Yeah, you
nobody
really
else
like
could
that
have
one.
nailed that
Yeah.
the way that he did.
It was great.
Great. Yeah.
Just great all around. And I've said it before on the show, and I will say it again. He's one of those actors where you forget you're watching Denzel and you're totally invested in the character that he's playing.
Yeah.
You know, you're totally bought into whatever character Denzel is playing. Yeah. So I'll go him in Training Day.
I'm going to go Glenn Close, Fatal Attraction.
Glenn Close, Fatal Attraction. I don't think I ever saw that movie.
Oh, that's enough to scare you out of your mind. That woman was a lunatic. Yeah, it's really, really good. That's a great movie to see.
Haven't eaten rabbit since.
Right? It's just, yeah.
I just
She was-
realized her name is Glenn.
Yeah. Her name is Glenn Close.
That's a man's name.
She's a man's name. Why? I never really realized that
She's an
before.
amazing actress.
Glenn Close flows so well, but her name is Glenn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Glenn. Very
Glenn Close.
man name. All right.
With 2 N's. It's a family name.
Oh, if you throw an extra N on there,
Makes it softer.
it's like
apparently.
if it's like a woman named Bobby with an I on the end. It's just a little
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a interesting one.
Bobby,
Yeah.
mommy,
Kimmy.
mama.
Mama.
Bobby.
What you got, Clay?
I'm gonna go Heath Ledger, the Joker.
Oh,
It's just
great
never the
answer.
same.
wow.
That's a great answer.
That's a
No,
very solid
He's
answer.
by far the best. But
By far.
Yeah.
I think we will see another Joker.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming out with Gaga. Coming
Yeah.
out this year. I think it's 2025.
really?
Yeah. It was
Lady
shelved
Gaga?
from the strike, but now it's coming out.
Yeah.
I forget who is playing the new Joker. Check.
And mine is, and I always screw up the guy's name, is it John Michael, the guy who played John Coffey in The Green Mile.
Yeah.
Boss, I'm tired, boss. I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah.
So they,
It's a great-
Yes,
just-
John Coffey. I don't think is he not? I think he's deceased, right?
I think he's
I think
passed.
he did
now.
pass
I think
away,
he's
yeah.
passed.
John
now,
Coffey.
but-
You are correct.
Yeah, but I mean, that role was that was perfect casting
Yeah.
for that movie.
My
So,
ex, Joaquin Phoenix, is playing the new Joker.
Oh,
be okay.
that's solid.
It'll be
though.
okay.
That's a
Yeah,
great
you
Say
actor.
that's your ex?
Yeah, we were long time. It's a shame.
Michael Clark Duncan. Thank you,
Michael
Rebecca.
Clark Duncan, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Great performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
All right.
and I was going to say Forrest Gump, but I did see some of those in there. But I can
Okay.
I can see someone else.
Yeah.
I can
Tom
see someone
Hanks?
else.
I
sliding
can't
into-
see anybody else playing that
Really?
role. Really? I
Tom
can't see
Hanks.
anybody else jumping in on Forrest Gump. I think that's a good answer.
Pretty good answer.
I'll be looking forward to reading you guys' answers a little bit later.
Kathy Bates, Misery. Who?
Oh, good one. Kathy Bates. Yes.
You want to pee your pants?
All day.
Read the book.
Anything Kathy Bates does. God, Dolores Claiborne, get out of here. It's so good. Oh, that movie.
Read the book. Who?
Yeah,
Just
read
asked
the
me to
book.
read a book.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Misery's good.
That's one where like I was excited about the movie coming out.
Yep.
And the movie's good if you haven't read the book.
Right.
But once you read the book is way scary.
She is way darker. Yeah.
Yeah, like
They
you
can only
know,
do some things. Yeah.
It's one of those as a grown man you start checking under your bed and stuff.
Yeah, same thing with Glenn Close.
Yeah.
All right. We now go back to you, Troy, for a quick check of the weather.
Drizzly.
Dad, quick check of the weather. He's finally getting it. Just nailing it.
I'm new
the
here.
last few days.
New here.
Quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty and Auction. They can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com, gerealty.us. Taking it back to the booth with Clay Blasser for our morning traffic report. What do we got, Clay?
That's right. And we're looking at 95 right now, where it's a little foggy. I didn't notice any fog on the way here, though, so...
Me neither.
Must be heading towards Jacksonville.
It's always Jacksonville.
And I wish I would have wrote a traffic report, but I really didn't, so...
Okay.
You know
Dog
what?
ate it. The dog ate it, bro.
I was listening to a traffic report on the radio on the way here, and they started doing music and everything, too, so... I think
Oh,
I'm gonna have
see.
to switch it up.
Yeah. You know why the fog's going towards Jacksonville? Because Jacksonville sucks.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Shows how you
Fun.
feel.
Wow, I thought there was going to be maybe some nuance there.
Yeah, or maybe a gas joke or
Innuendo.
something. Yeah.
No.
No, just Jacksonville sucks.
They're
Bad
the ones
press.
who moved the camera.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The
And stabbed the pool.
lame Jacksonville.
Slash the pool.
Slash the pool.
Stole a car from New York.
Jeez.
We know they're
That's
from
right.
Jacksonville. I mean,
That's right.
all our
I mean, that's
crimes-
what they do in Jacksonville is steal cars.
All the people we catch, where are they from? Jacksonville.
Yeah, yeah. All right, moving on. A traffic report brought to you by Amara Med Spa, where you can experience the ultimate rejuvenation. Science meets tranquility at Amara Med Spa. They have a world-class staff that will engulf you in treatment,
Entrance.
entrance you in treatments that will transport you to a state of pure bliss. Jesus. Their skin facials will unlock your natural glow. Yeah, you have high standards, and so do they, for the perfect harmony of wellness and beauty. Choose Amara Med Spa. Visit them online at theamaramedspa.com and unlock your most beautiful you. You're already beautiful on the inside.
That is true. But it's nice
Just
to have
need a little
yeah,
work on the outside.
Definitely. It's your calling card. That's it.
Yeah.
All you got.
Okay, well, look, we got to address something here this morning. Because I'm sitting in here in the studio doing show prep as I do, just minding my own business. Huh. Sheesh. Oof, wow. Okay.
I'm breathing. That's all I'm doing.
And Davey walks in rather upset. Rather upset here this morning. Apparently, there was a Peloton instructor. Davey, big in the cycling world, obviously.
Huge.
Spin world. Huge in the spin world. They know him at Peloton. They know who he is. So I don't understand why he's so upset by this. But apparently one of their, well, David, do you want to tell him?
Sure.
You want to tell him?
I would like to take the wheel.
Okay, you seem to be the most fired up about this.
Troy, I'm going to paint a picture for you.
Oh, boy. Here we
please.
go.
Last
Oh,
week, you
geez.
asked a question of the day. What is your one wish? And my one wish is to be a Peloton instructor. I mean, that's like, honestly,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I do.
Yeah.
So we're talking 20,000 minutes a year for 5 years. We're talking, I'm one of the only athletes in the world that have completed the Haleakala ride, which is 5 hours straight with Claudia Denser in town.
That's impressive.
Incredible human being.
Extremely
in
impressive.
the top 1%. And I've only gotten one shout out in these 5 years from Ben Aldis, who doesn't have as many people.
Who is Ben Aldis?
Well, he's a Peloton instructor over in London.
Ah.
So
He's a very handsome man.
I get a frantic text from Becky over at Bailey Group, and she goes, "Davey, you gotta watch Matty Majacomo on because there's also walk rides and stuff." So I turn it on, and he is definitely talking about how he wants to be part of Florida Man Games, and he's going 2 minutes and 40 seconds. He's talking about how awesome and epic, and he's doing dirty jokes too that probably we can't say, but it's an incredible shout out, and coming from my world. So I mean, I do all this damn work, and I get, "Great job, Davey Snacks, keep going." He gets
what you
2
got.
minutes and 40 seconds. It's a lot of work.
Jesus, man.
I know.
Jesus, man. I'm
And he wants-
sorry.
I'm just jealous.
I'm sorry.
Jealousy is okay. It just means I want something. That's all.
He wants to be a judge.
Yeah. He wants Matty Majako wants to come down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Matty
He
Majako.
does.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
wants to be a judge.
Yeah.
Is he
It's just
popular enough for us to bring on as a judge?
Yeah. He's
Very popular.
I want to work for Peloton. He's an awesome guy. Yeah, just very popular. See you, Maddie.
Oh, there was some anger in that.
Oh,
Whatever.
funny. But yeah,
Cheerleading
that's just
punch that was.
Isn't it ironic? That's just my luck. Cinderella story. Second place finish I never deserved.
I'm sorry.
No, it's nothing with you,
I don't know
please.
what to say,
Congratulations.
That was the most half-hearted, like resentment congratulations I've ever heard in my entire life.
Isn't it ironic? And
Pete,
insert Alanis Morissette right here.
You
I heard that song the other day.
You
twice.
now have a mission
What's that?
to take care of Davey. with this
You
guy.
better.
You have a mission.
Oh,
now.
otherwise I'm
Okay.
gonna die and come back and on your ass. You better help
Why
me.
don't you just hit him up? Just hit him up and
oh,
say,
you
hey.
know I will now.
Just tell him you
Clipping
can get
this
him
out.
in. Tell
Check.
him you can get him in at the Florida Man Games, but he's got to give you some shout outs.
Oh, no. I need a job. J-O-B, the gift to be with me. That'd be great.
So if you get that job, wait, I don't know. That's kind of might be.
No,
counterproductive.
there's several instructors
what I
that
mean?
live in Florida that commute to Peloton. They film for months. They do a month of filming, right there, and then they hop back home. Yeah, there's a lot of them live at Palm Beach.
Okay, but that's a lot of time missed there. Now
A lot of time away from 904 now.
Oh, great! Thank you for the chains of the 904. I am not leaving.
Chains of the 904 now! Wow!
Man is born free everywhere he is in change. Write that down,
Jeez.
STOITM stat. That's Rousseau.
We now know Davey's true feelings on working here.
Oh, man, that was so funny.
Good luck at Peloton. Let me know if you need help with your resume.
Oh, great. I'll just be the towel boy now. That's it.
Tim has a great line. They'll let him in unless it's Central Security.
Yeah, right. True. Can he get through? Right. That's funny. Yeah, I couldn't. Oh, you don't even know this, Pete. I couldn't even get into the Florida Man games. That was
You couldn't get in.
hysterical.
Oh, you didn't know that?
What
For
happened?
like 45 minutes, because this beauty goes, oh, come by VIP. That's the way, because I didn't get a link. So Amanda was like, yeah, come by. We're back where the volunteers are getting through. And I'm watching. It's like a conveyor belt. People are going through. I'm like, okay, great. So I go up, and I'm the one dude. The security guard goes, no, sir. And I'm like, no. I'm with 904 now. Pete Melfi goes, I don't know who that is. I went, what? I went, okay.
They all did.
I know.
They all literally did.
So somebody was sneaking in.
Yeah.
At, like VIP, there was a back.
It's all
gate.
Troy's fault.
We had to secure some gates.
I saw Jesse. I was like, "Hey, Jesse, we need to assign somebody over here because
So funny.
I kicked out like Chris Shee helped me, but I kicked out like 10 people.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize Davey was there, so I gave the guy my name. I was like, "Hey, my name's Troy. If you have something, let me know." But
I didn't say him. I said you. Well, I don't know who that is. He was obviously knew who you were, but it was just like he just wanted me to get out of that situation. And then so we had somebody undercover just meet me at Swing Park and slip me a wristband, and I got in. Clandestine.
I would have said you should have just called me, but
There was no service.
There was no service.
I would have never
wouldn't
called you. No,
I was out of my mind
I
at
think
that
your
point.
phone
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
died.
no,
at like
you
4 in
didn't-
the
Oh, it
morning.
probably did
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, I didn't have a charger with me, and it was.
You had one eye
I'm
open.
sorry about that, sir. I did not- this is where the anger stems from. This is where it all stems from. It's something that happened that I don't even know about.
Well, you know.
Gosh, dang it.
Yeah, so no, I tell him to go there, but I forgot I had put a security guard there too.
Well, security was doing its job, damn
We're
it.
very tight security.
A lot of people probably came to the security and said, hey, I know Pete. Probably not all of them as conspicuous as you. Probably most of them were shorter. Okay, well,
Hysterical.
We'll work on that for next year.
Possum almost got in before I got
The possum definitely wasn't getting in. We made sure the possum was not getting in. That's
Same
a health
level.
hazard.
Davey dead possum.
That
Davey
was a
dead
health
possum.
hazard.
That needs to go on the flyer. No dead possums.
No, yeah, it's unfortunate that we have to put that on the flyer and in the rules and in the terms
If
for
we can
next
find
year.
a picture of the guy holding it, 'cause it's pretty epic. It's
There
pretty epic.
there are videos of it. I can find you
I wanna
a
see it,
screenshot
yeah.
from the video.
So that needs to be in the advertisement. No
I
dead
would've
possums.
screamed.
Yeah.
No roadkill.
There were a couple of
Because we can't just leave it at
influencers out
possum
there.
because somebody's
Yeah.
going to bring an
They'll
armadillo
get
next
very-
year.
yeah.
No dead animals.
Yeah.
Just no dead animals.
How about just no animals?
Yeah, no animals.
Safer?
But then you got to let the iguanas in.
Oh, true.
Gotta let the
It
iguanas
was a therapy iguana.
That was cool.
and the boa constrictors in. Yeah. Florida Man games.
Yeah. Pythons.
All right.
They let my pythons
So
in.
funny. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, with a gun show.
What?
Moving on. All right, let's see. Let's get into some news, shall we? That was
All right,
a weird
let's
face
get it.
I made for that. Housing proposal pointing to affordable living struggle in St. Johns County. That's what the leaders are saying. The leaders. No, they are the leaders. St. Johns County Commissioners are set to deliberate on a crucial decision this Tuesday regarding actually, I guess that's today, regarding the construction of 110 single-family homes tailored to essential workers here in St. Johns County. The proposed development, dubbed Mills Workforce Housing, slated for construction near Lewis Speedway, right down the road here, and Woodlawn Road, just off of US 1, a short distance from north of downtown St. Augustine. Despite the pressing need for affordable housing, local leaders such as Bill Lazar, the executive director of the St. John's Housing Partnership, expressed skepticism about the proposal's effectiveness in addressing the area's housing shortage crisis. Lazar highlights the significant deficit in housing options for the local workforce, emphasizing the urgency of the situation. Yeah, a lot of us expressing that urgency all the time. He argues that while proposals like Mills Workforce Housing are a step in the right direction, they fall short of meeting the community's dire needs. Well, yeah, I mean,
you got to start somewhere, Bill.
Exactly. Like, that's what I'm thinking is, one development doesn't solve it all.
No.
However, one at a time is a step in the right direction. Like, we gotta appreciate what we're getting here.
It's like taking medicine. You gotta take it.
Right.
And, you know,
Is that how that works?
It's not Amazon Prime. It's not going to show up in 2
there's
days.
no magic pills.
Look, I'm watching this happen in my neighborhood right now, and you have to carefully think this out because you are affecting also the roads around there too. Shut down. There's the detours. If it happened overnight, that would have been way too hard.
But I mean, this one's so close to like the sheriff's department. It's close to the county building. It's so close to people that we need for our. I mean, so.
Yeah.
I like this location.
Me too.
I don't know how they're doing the roads and stuff like that, but this location makes sense to me just because of, all the government agencies that are so close to it. So.
And we've got a little bit of room out here to build. You know, there's a little bit of room out here where we're running out of room in the rest of the county.
I think this one's spread out pretty good. I mean, I know the property. So,
Okay.
I think it's spread out pretty good.
All right. This workforce housing project has been fraught with challenges. Initially introduced in December, the proposal faced scrutiny from both the county's planning and zoning agency and nearby residents who raised concerns about same stuff, traffic and safety issues. Despite a recommendation for denial by the agency in a split vote, the developer sought a continuance during a recent Board of County Commission meeting. Let's see. According to St. Johns County's Land Use Designation Code, workforce housing tenants must earn 70% of the area's median income. For our area right now, and it's always going up, that's close to $60,000. That's still less than, teachers are making, less than cops and firefighters are making, more than teachers, firefighters, cops, and of course our hospitality industry. Which is the lifeblood of St. Augustine and much of St. Johns County. The average incomes, they mention, that's way above the average incomes for people, what I just said. Proposed maximum price for a single-family workforce housing designated home, $260,000, which, again, exceeds affordability for many of the people who are essential to St. Augustine's economy. So, I mean, with a number like that, $260,000, that's not affordable for most of these people we just talked about. And that's on the low end. Good luck finding that price for a house if you're not waiting in line for 2 years.
It's crazy.
So, Troy, kind of with your experience in real estate, you've been a real estate agent for a very long time. In St. Johns County, do we ever, under any circumstances, a housing crash even, do we ever see homes go down to a rate that's actually affordable for people, like $150,000? Does that ever happen in St. Johns County?
2008 was like the worst.
Yeah.
And there was some real dives in what was happening, and it was caused by the banking industry more than the real estate industry.
Yes. Yeah.
It wasn't the housing side of it. It was the banking side that created it because they were just like, oh, you get a loan. They were like Oprah.
Absolutely. You didn't have to do much to qualify.
And here's the irony. I happened to look at what I had. I took a picture of this yesterday. I didn't know this story was even coming.
Yeah.
So we're not in the cheapest, but we're not even close to the most expensive states.
Okay.
The most expensive state to own a house is Hawaii, and it's $971,000.
Wow.
That's it?
Wow.
Okay.
The cheapest.
97,000, would you say?
The cheapest state is West Virginia. All right, West Virginia, the average home is $158,000.
Damn. Moving on to West Virginia.
That's it. Coal mining life for me.
What's their area code up there? It's 729 now, baby. No, I don't know what that area code.
Checking.
The gap between Mississippi's 176 and they're second, but their average family income is 48,000.
Wow.
Not individual.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's Florida. St. Augustine in Florida is definitely unique. Like the recession didn't hit us as hard, even though like people here are like, well, yeah, it did. Because it hurt. Mm-hmm. But it didn't hit us as hard as some of these other states because we have the quality of life we have too.
Yeah.
Because people want to be here. So our housing prices are not going to go down that much.
Yeah.
I mean, we might flatten out a little bit. And like people are like, oh, the housing market's doing it. No, all it did was flatten.
Yeah.
We're so used to it going up and flatten. But I can tell you right now, since the new year, there's been a boost again in housing.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So there's been people buying here again.
Yeah.
So what do you suggest? Do we make renting sexy again? Like what is, because people don't want to rent, they want to own.
Well, I mean, and the problem with that is, Troy, and you can probably speak to this better than I can, is when you're investing in a property and you're paying $400,000 for the property and your mortgage is $2,500 a month, you can't charge less for rent than what you're paying for your mortgage. You have to charge, you have to make money on your investment.
And a lot of times when I invested, I was never planning on making money from the renters. I just wanted them to hold its own. And then when I sold it, that's when I'd make my money.
Oh, okay.
So, you never, as a landlord, you never want to be vacant. All right.
Right.
Because if you're vacant for 2 months, say it's $1,500, you just lost $3,000. Mm-hmm. So it's better for you to take $200 off your rent and never be vacant than to go, oh, I'm getting the most I can get.
Right.
Because think of how many months it takes to make that money back.
Right. True. Yeah.
So, I mean, it takes 15 months to get back to even.
Yeah.
So, so landlords really, they see these other people that are jacking up their prices and they'll stay vacant trying to get their price, which makes no sense too. So just rent it at a lower rate.
Yeah.
Keep going steady because you make your money on the back end. You don't make your money off your renters.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
We can definitely survive in West Virginia. The area code is 304. So with a little bit of like
squiggles.
Yeah,
a little bit of
squiggle. We can turn that
erasing
9
and
into that 3. We got that.
All right. And
no, I wouldn't leave here for anything.
Right.
Jeez,
I know.
But you guys got onto me a little bit about my Jacksonville statement, but they're the reason 904 now has another area code. It's not our fault. It's theirs.
It's not. 324.
324. So I'm still a little bitter about that.
We all are.
Yeah. But I mean, owning a house is still better than renting. There's a lot of millennials that are, and I don't blame them for it at all because they're creating great lives for themselves. But when I was growing up, it was all about when I buy my house, that means I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
Buy my house. I mean, and it was kind of pounded into me. But millennials, it's about living life, vacations and these things. And I'm not hating on them for it because it's a good life for them.
Sure.
But
if you can pull it off,
how's it going to work out in the end?
Yeah.
Because my real estate is my retirement.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to be an option for a lot of people going forward. It's just not. And you got interest rates and all that stuff that are just not, I say not coming back down. I mean, a few years ago, they were historically low. I mean, it'll never be 2% again. I have to imagine.
I'm like in there somewhere.
Maybe for a blip in time, but that plays a big role in it as well, in your mortgage as well. And so it's tough. I mean, what would it take to lower the threshold of affordable? I mean, they say you have to be making 70% of the median income. Median income's astronomical here. So, I mean, what does it take to kind of lower that threshold? Is that something we can do locally? Is that something that's got to be done at the state, at the national level?
I think with the construction cost and land cost and what it is, because development's tough. I mean, and people, every time the county or the city or the state or whatever municipality adds a requirement to the developer, that adds to the cost.
Right. The developer doesn't absorb that themselves. They pass it on to the consumer.
It's pushed out, and that's how they're able to stay in business. And people are like, oh, affordable housing. It's really tough to be a developer in affordable housing when you see the other money out here. Okay, I just paid all this. They're still paying those same things unless they give them exemptions or something like that. They're still paying this higher level. So it's almost like leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
You know, and, if I left $100,000 there and said, oh, it's yours if you want it, or you can build this house over here, $100,000 is tempting.
Yeah.
So and most
Yeah.
people are going to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, people who build homes are in it as a business.
Yeah, no,
It's their
and,
business.
And I don't like.
So
when-
it's a tough push and pull between, people who are trying to build affordable housing, but also trying to stay in business and
Yeah.
make money on their investments, which is building homes.
and there's a lot of venom towards developers, but these guys take a huge risk. I mean, these companies take a huge risk, and if the recession does hit, like what happened in 2004 or 2008, these companies are out of business.
Yeah.
Because they got so much out front. So I mean, there's a huge risk. So it's I like this location. Like I said, I don't know exactly how the roads work and how it's going to come into play there. I think it fits into the neighborhood, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not the one voting on it. But it makes sense to me with the location of the people that we need to kind of house.
Yeah.
Law enforcement's number one. It's right here, and you got the courthouse, and you got the county building. So all of those. I mean, if we can get them closer to work, then it makes for a better life.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Totally agree. And again, it's a start. Is it the total solution to the problem? No, obviously not. But it's a start. It's a start, and just keep making steps along the way. And we just don't want to. We don't want to price out the workforce here in St. Johns County, and that just continues to happen. We'll just be left with a desolate wasteland of abandoned restaurants.
Yeah. Not good.
Yeah.
Traffic might be better, but that.
Yeah. Hey.
Bike week. Woo.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, right.
Golly.
Ooh, man.
Downtown.
Yeah.
Had to go to Bike Week.
Anywhere near downtown. Just awful. All right. We're staying in St. Johns County. They're announcing additional public meetings for the comprehensive and strategic plans. St. Johns County actively engaging the community in the revision of its comprehensive plan and the development of new strategic plans throughout the robust public involvement initiative they're setting forth. That's their words. Building on the success of 3 meetings in February, the county is organizing 3 additional meetings in March. Now, the upcoming meetings are scheduled as follows. March 26th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at the W.E. Harris Community Center, 400 East Harris Street in Hastings. March 27th is going to be from 6 to 7:30 at the Waterworks Building on San Marco. March 28th from 6 to 7:30 at Creekside High School in St. John's. The comprehensive plan is a state-mandated document reviewed for updates every 7 years. Serves as the guiding framework for the county's future actions. Outlines long-range goals, objectives, policies to shape the community's trajectory. We talked a little bit about this with Joy a couple of weeks ago. County administrator. Let's see. Simultaneously, the county is adopting a strategic plan to involve the public in setting strategic priorities. They're doing a lot for this. Aside from in-person meetings, you can also participate through an online survey, an idea map. Oh. Yeah. An idea map, we'll just leave it at that. I don't know what an idea map is.
Fact checking.
And an online forum available at sjcfl.us/sjc-strategic-plan. Additionally, meeting in a box toolkit is provided for hosting meetings, allowing sharing of materials and presentations. In addition to meetings, there are public kiosks that are set up across various locations that nobody goes to, including the library, county departments, and the county auditorium. So what can we do to bring this more to the people? Because
Definitely.
obviously we have to go seek this stuff out. And for most people, I mean, let's just be honest. Even if it's vitally important, county matters are boring for most people. You hear strategic plan and blah, blah, blah. And people just don't think, oh, yeah, let me rush down there and do that. So,
Well, they've got an idea map, Pete. Like, let's clear this up here.
I
Yeah.
can tell you, I'm about as into government as anybody I know.
Yeah, true.
And it's still boring as hell.
yeah. See? So what do we do? What do we do to kind of engage people, bring people in? I've got a great idea. Since everybody they all love carousels more than me, why don't we hold strategic plan meetings up in Jacksonville? We all take a field trip up to the carousel there, and we all sit on porcelain horses and talk about the strategic plan. Apparently everybody would love that because they love carousels.
Well, that's where the guy's from that's buying it. He's from Jacksonville.
Yeah. Let's all go to J.W. Brinkley's house and ride the carousel that's in his backyard.
See? Nice.
And talk about the strategic plan there. Because everybody is just dying to get on a carousel.
Round and round, round and round,
Dying.
round and round, round and round.
Anybody got a better idea? Okay, settled. How's that for Judge Judy?
That was great. Yeah. She would definitely second that.
I'm going to have to be on the stationary one because the motion makes it a little queasy.
The guy who just wants the carousel back, they make him sick. Turns out they make him nauseous.
See?
Not queasy. Just queasy.
Got to get the patch.
Yeah.
Any ideas? I mean, what do we do?
No,
to
I
bring
mean,
people
how can you make
into
how do
these
you make
things?
it
How do
more?
you make it fun and exciting and make people want to get involved?
Didn't they make an app?
No, I mean, until it personally affects them, they're not going to get involved. And that's, everybody's life's busy and stuff like that. And they just go, oh, I don't understand it, so I'm not going to go. But you would understand it if you went.
Yeah.
If you took the time to go. But it's just, it's not going to happen.
It's just not on people's priority list. I mean, it
No.
should be. Theoretically, it should be.
But isn't the makeup of the meeting? Like, I mean, attention spans are so quick these days, but there's a lot of regimen and red tape before they actually get to the heart of the matter.
They say like 40% of the U.S. doesn't even know who our vice president is.
Who is?
Yeah. Who is our vice president?
Have you seen her?
And you know what's sad? People right now watching are very smart people. Just went, wait, who? Okay.
I don't think the president knows who our vice president is.
That's a little different.
Tell me, have you seen her?
I'm not sure he knows who he is half the time. Jeez.
Sure does like ice cream.
Right? Why do they keep using the ice cream thing?
I don't really know. There's a lot of ice
I
cream
think
in a
it
lot of
keeps him
shops.
from saying stupid stuff.
It's gotta
like-
be.
They think they can put aviator shades on this mummy and put ice cream in front of his face, and I don't know.
Next we'll see Peanut Butter Kong. He'll just be
That's how they get him to move his lips, is they put peanut butter right down in there and they just overdub his voice.
like Mr. Ed.
That's right.
sorry, not sorry. I just
But
All
I mean, and that's what's kind of painful. The local stuff means way more to us
Yes.
than
Than the
and
federal
it's
stuff,
important
yeah.
who's president. It definitely is important who's
Yeah.
president.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that are in your neighborhood that are making these decisions for you, like this housing, like some of these, like what your ad valorem, they affect you immediately. And if you ask the average person if they can name 2 commissioners
True.
in the county,
True.
Yeah. Forget about it.
no, it's just, it's the average person is not going to know that.
Right.
Or two city commissioners if you're in the city.
Right.
You might be able to knock out one.
Most people can probably get one.
I read about him or her in
Yeah.
the news,
Yeah.
but it's just kind of the way our government or way our society is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have time for it.
Yeah, unfortunately. And so many, I mean, we're all working 10 jobs.
True.
How can we have time for it at this
True.
point? We're
That is
all
very
trying
true.
to survive by working as much as we possibly can. So, yeah, it's a problem that the county has to tackle. It's not only these plans, but getting people actually engaged in these plans, actually involved in the decision making. Because this is an opportunity for us to get involved in the decision making.
Yeah. There'll be a handful of people there, and there'll be pretty much everybody who's running for office that is their first time being in there.
Right.
Because they're running for
And
office.
then there'll be those same 6 people that go to all of them.
Yeah.
Same 6.
That's
I say
it.
6. It's 3. It's 3 people who
Yeah.
go to every single commission.
No,
meeting.
they've recruited friends. I think it's up to 6 now.
Oh, that's nice.
They're recruited friends.
Get a buddy.
Good.
Bring a buddy.
Hey, man, let's get more people involved. All right, let's get more people involved in bringing down the price of gas, huh? Can we just complain to all the gas stations and see if the prices come down? I don't think that's how gas prices work, Pete. All right. Let's start at the top of the list. If you guys are seeing good prices for gas out there, please let us know if they're beating what we've got on our list here. We've got the Mobile and Circle K at 800 South Ponce. At the top of our list at 318. Circle K at 207 is at 318 as well. We've got the Owens at 780 South Ponce, also 318. So the Sunoco jumps it up 21.99 North Ponce to 324. Circle K, US 1 North, 324 as well. The Shell on King Street, 329. We've got the Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard, also at 329. Our friend Ashwin on the Island at 333. And the Citgo at 1099 South Ponce, looks like they're at 335. This morning.
Costco 294.
Oh,
Hey,
thank you.
Okay.
Tim was on time, and he already had the gas little emojis ready to go.
Ready to go.
There we go. So we made sure and saw it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
I'm sure that's his most used emoji is the gas.
It's got to be
Yeah.
at this point, right?
Yeah. Gas specialist of St. Johns County.
That's right. He's our gas correspondent.
Yeah, the gas guy.
Yeah. Fitting for a barbecue guy.
Yes. Very good.
Chris Lucero Bail Bonds brings us that gas report. If you were in trouble, you end up in jail for any reason, call our friend Chris at Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. He's going to get you out 24/7, back to your life, back to your family, back to making money so you can pay for the road ahead. They understand that this can be a stressful and overwhelming time. That's why they strive to make the bail process easy and straightforward. Again, 904-822-BAIL, 904-822-2245. We got some live music happening today and tonight as well. JC Hatfield Trio out there at the Milltop Tavern at noon. Jimmy Soldo. Jimmi. Might be a woman, Jimmy.
Oh, might be.
Jimmy Soldo at Crowley's at 4. The Jazzy Blue Band, Cortese's Bistro at 6. Lauren and Evan. Just Lauren and Evan.
Sounds like hip, very hipster.
Yeah.
Very creative.
Could be any Lauren and Evan that you know. At Pierre's Pub, that makes it easy for them to change out. If Lauren or Evan gets sick, they just bring in another Lauren or Evan. Very common names.
Yeah, in case they did the monogram on the towels. Yeah.
Yeah, right? And
just
then it's
match.
all still... They're at Prohibition Kitchen. No, they're at Pierre's at 6. Jim Johnston's at Prohibition Kitchen at 6. Smoking Joe Shower at Ann O'Malley's at 6. And then Trivia with Troy and Blake.
Yeah.
You can't get into this trivia.
I'm hearing
My
about
mom,
this.
Troy, what does my damn mom and my aunt have to do to get into a damn trivia with
Is
you?
it the
They've
same
been trying
security
for
guards
weeks.
from Florida Man
They
Games?
can let me know when they're coming.
They want to. They always want to go. They've been trying to get in there for weeks.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, no, we've had to rotate. We have a room for 120, and we have 160 every week trying to get in.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
There's a 40-person waiting list, and we go through the waiting list. Somebody drops out. Everybody's pretty good about it. Hey, we're not going to make it. Then we can get down. But just you got to get on that list.
Pretty wild,
So-
man. Good for you.
So-
Good for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So people are like, oh, you need to do another night. No, I'm good here. I'm good.
Yeah, right.
That's good.
These
Yeah.
trivias are not like as easy and stress free as you might imagine.
Yeah, I love the love I get on Tuesday, but if I did 2 nights a week, I'd be grumpy on the second one.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. All right. Your home's top priority is their top priority at Griffin Services.
That's awesome.
Your home's comfort is their top priority. There we go at Griffin Service. They specialize in AC, plumbing, and electrical services, plus unique offerings like standby generators, water softeners, and they do gas work for outdoor kitchens and fireplaces and fire pits and pool heaters and all that stuff. Fast, friendly, and affordable service 7 days a week. Their number, our special number, so they know you called from 904 now.
Yeah, please use this.
Yeah, they might even hook you up for calling this number. 904-500-2653 or visit griffinservice.com and see the Griffins. All right, we got a terrible Tuesday to get to that actually turned into a terrific Tuesday.
Oh, okay. I like an all-rounder.
Has to do with a stolen Formula One driver's Ferrari. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's my type.
Well, you guys lit up here.
Yeah, I love Formula One.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that and why it's a bad story and a good story at the same time. After we tell you about a great story here locally, which is Fidus Roofing. Yeah. Their story is so great because not only do they do great work on your roof, which is vitally important for any home, because you might not even know you have a problem with your roof. And if you don't know, then there's water leaking into your attic. It's messing up your insulation. It's messing up your ceilings. It's messing up a lot of stuff. And it's, it's not, people think, oh, I got to get a new roof. It's going to absolutely crush me. It's going to kill me. It's not always that bad, especially with Fidus. They're going to work with you, and they're going to get you the best roof possible within your budget. They support a lot of local charities as well that support local kids, big brothers and big sisters of St. Johns County, the Boy Scouts, investing in kids and more. And they're always looking to grow their team. They're also master elite contractors for St. Johns County, and that lets them offer you major warranties that nobody else can touch. 904-355-ROOF.
They do pavers.
And gutters. You.
Ooh, that was high-pitched.
All right.
Hoping you'd come in with the masculine side.
I liked it. Yeah, I did pavers. Yeah.
All right. How about this? A Ferrari stolen in 1995 from a Formula One driver was just recently recovered by UK police.
95?
Oh, 30 years.
You already wrote it off.
Hot minute.
That insurance company's like, you better give me that money, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening, right?
Jeez, was this guy stashing it somewhere for 35 years, letting it age like a fine wine?
Yeah.
Formula One drivers do okay. They do okay. They make big bucks.
But those career ebb and flow, you know what I've been saying? So this could have been a year out.
Yeah.
British police made a remarkable discovery, bringing closure to a decades-old case involving a stolen Ferrari belonging to Austrian Formula One driver Gerard Berger.
Oh, yeah, Gerard.
Yeah,
You don't have
you
a
have
clue.
no idea.
No.
Who this guy is. None of us do.
No, he's not on the Netflix show. Otherwise, I would have known.
Okay. Oh, did you watch?
Bro, yeah, I watched it. We're on season 3, I think, right now.
Oh yeah, my sister and her fiance are obsessed with that.
It's so good.
It is good.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
It was a red Ferrari F512M.
Sounds expensive.
Sounds expensive.
Yeah.
Sounds
I'm
Samsonite.
wondering if
Is
I
that the
owe
one
any
with the little
money.
horse on the front?
I
Oh,
think
there we
it's-
go.
Oh, boy. I think it's the one that Clay's got a picture of right there.
Wow, and cherry red.
Fancy.
Uh-huh.
One of 2 sports cars stolen during the San Marino Grand Prix in April of 1995. While their drivers were in Italy, it's resurfaced after almost 3 decades. The breakthrough came when London's Metropolitan Police Force received a tip from the manufacturer in January, alerting them that a Ferrari flagged as stolen was in the process of being sold to a U.S. buyer by a UK broker. Subsequent investigations by Force's Organized Vehicle Crime Unit revealed that the car had been brought to Britain from Japan in late 2023. So they started moving this car around in 2023. Officers swiftly seized the vehicle, valued at about $444,000 US dollars. Despite the successful recovery, no arrests have been made, and the whereabouts of the second stolen Ferrari remain unknown.
Yeah.
Missing vehicle, like its counterpart, vanished without a trace following the 1995 theft.
So they don't even know who stole it. It's moved around so many times, I guess.
Wow. They have no leads, it doesn't sound like.
That's a crazy story.
Jeez, man.
Something smells fishy. They got to know. There's got to be a paper trail.
It's a Ferrari, not a boat.
Well, I mean, it was on a boat. Obviously, they moved it around.
That smells fishy.
I know.
That was
Yeah,
stretch. A little bit of a
we
stretch.
know what you're trying to do.
It was a
there,
stretch
Troy.
there.
Very, very.
Sometimes they really, you knock it out of the park.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was not one of them. It's not my best effort.
Glad you said it.
Mike Davis Journal.
All right, it is festival season, so the St. Augustine Spring Shuttle is returning for festival season for the busiest weekends.
Nice.
Yeah. We got the Celtic Fest coming up. We got a lot more Seafood Festival.
A lot of fest.
A lot of fests. The parade for Easter.
Festises.
Of course, 90s Fest coming up in a couple of months as well.
Yes, sir.
So March 9th, they're going to have an 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Shuttle for the Celtic Festival. March 16th, going to be 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. March 23rd, going to be 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. as well. March 30th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And April 6th, they will run 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. For inquiries about parking, shuttle service, anything like that, you can reach out to the mobility coordinator, Todd Clark, at 904-342-3059 or 904-315-9472.
Oh, a lot of options.
A lot of options there. Speaking of options, Troy, a lot of options to go through in the comments. How do you want to do that today, man?
I'm going to travel through the typings and thoughts of our tribe.
That was pretty good. Pretty good.
Thank you.
Then I'll remind everybody that at Bates, Hewitt, and Floyd, they set the standard that your home is more than a house. It's where your memories are made. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments so you can focus on making those memories and putting more pictures on the wall, because the wall's going to hold up because you're insured by BHF Insurance. Having a reliable local insurance agency like Bates, Hewitt, and Floyd for over 40 years, they've had experience for over 40 years. In homeowners insurance, auto, commercial, benefits, they can do it all. Helps you navigate the unpredictable insurance market. We don't have time, just like we don't have time to go to these stupid county commission meetings. We don't have time to keep up with what is going on in the insurance world. But BHF does.
Yes, they do.
Christie is readily available at their St. Augustine office, conveniently located right across from the Flagler UF Hospital. She offers complimentary policy reviews, and that's just a super helpful service. She can help you wade through some of the muck that is the insurance world. Give them a call, 904-794-5455, or visit them at 165 South Park, Suite C. What you got in there, Troy?
All right. First off, thank you, Stars from Barbara Jean and Ann. Appreciate that. Kenny asked if the chili at Ford compares to Troy's. No barbecue at the courthouse today. Spence is, I'm not sure where he was. I think the answer I like the best of the question of the day was Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire. I cannot imagine
anybody else.
I cannot imagine anyone else. And I think that came from Heather. I can't remember who it came from. But I thought that was a great answer.
Great answer. Yep.
Yeah. Really good.
So,
really good.
A lot of fun in the comments there.
Cool.
So.
What do you got for STOITM stat?
All right, STOITM stat 1770, the Boston Massacre. Today is that day of the Boston Massacre. Oh. And there's a lot of misinformation about the Boston Massacre. And it started with a British soldier owed a patriot money, and he was asking for the money, and the British soldier hit that guy with the butt of his gun. Like, so he hit him with the butt of his gun. And then people started gathering around, and somehow a gun went off. It makes it sound like in history that they were lined up and they just and
that's in my head. Yeah,
but it was more of a mob situation, and 5 people ended up dead.
That's it.
With it, and the first one that they say is Crispus Attucks. Now, Crispus Attucks was an African American man, and they consider him the first death in the Revolutionary War, even though it didn't get started for another 5 years. But to try and settle the peace, John Adams, who was, our second president, a diplomat at the time, he defended the soldiers, and 2 of them actually, out of the soldiers that shot, 2 of them were charged with manslaughter, and their penalty, the only penalty is they were branded with an M on their right thumb.
That's ridiculous.
That's what they put an M on their right thumb for murder.
It's like a scarlet letter.
Yep. So that was the only 2 of the 9 that were brought to trial. The other ones were just like kind of caught up in it, is the way the defense went. But the way we hear it in history, it was just like, a slaughter, and that's kind of the way Paul Revere portrayed it in some of the stories that he gave out at the time. So 5 victims. It was Crispus Attucks, Patrick Carr, Samuel Gray, Samuel Maverick, and James Caldwell are the 5.
And they all have the tattoo M on their thumb.
And the two British soldiers have the M on their thumb. Because they were brought to trial as part of the massacre.
Got it.
So, but it became a big mob situation, and the soldiers were like they say a gun went off, and then it just kind of turned into a melee.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Jeez.
Light.
Get yourself down to St. Augie's Pizza and massacre some pizza right there. How about that? Massacre a bunch of slices here
Delicious.
today. You will love it. What you got for plugs, Troy?
See you guys at trivia. Hopefully you made it in.
All right. Davey?
Stay tuned for 3 o'clock. We're talking to Teresa from Epic Behavioral Healthcare, talking about some upcoming events.
All right. Clay?
Yeah, what they said.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.